You don't have to be a scientist. You don't have to play the Bunsen burner in order to understand enough science to overtake your imagined need and fill that fancied gap. Science needs to be released from the lab into the culture.
It's like we've forgotten who we are now. Explorers, pioneers, not caretakers.
But knowledge is preferable to ignorance. Better by far to embrace the hard truth than a reassuring fable. If we crave some cosmic purpose, then let us find ourselves a worthy goal.
It would be very healthy for the human species if there were less discouragement and more scientists.
With flying colors. Where did you learn all of this?
I am self-taught, Herr Professor.
That makes sense.
Why is that?
Because you failed everything else.
The admissions director who rejected Albert Einstein, but eventually he gets in, and he does moderately well, but not good enough to get a teaching fellowship. And so he ends up at the Bern Swiss Patent Office as a third-class examiner.
Undaunted by his university results, Einstein started work at the Patent Office in 1902, age 23. Here, his job was to assess the originality of new devices.
He was immersed in the kinds of sort of technical details that he'd been fascinated by as a very young kid.
People claimed that while working at the patent office, Albert, Einstein stole someone else's patent or ideas, and that this is what made him a genius.
Brilliant. He also tells me you're lazy.
I'm trying to do better.
Oh, being brilliant's not enough, young man. You have to work hard. Intelligence is not a privilege, it's a gift. And you use it for the good of mankind.
Sorry, Father, but I have no intention of becoming an engineer.
Will always betray you.
Why are you doing that, Tommy?
To remind myself, can I be? If I wasn't who I am.
Why do you think taxes and prices go up the same day in the ghetto? The cost of living keeps rising to make sure people keep dying. How else could there be men with 1 million years almost day to day?
There is no good and evil. There is only power.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
What you really fear is inside yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, our age is proud of the progress it has made in man's intellectual development. The search and striving for truth and knowledge is one of the highest of man's qualities. Though of the pride is most loudly voiced by those who strive the least. And thirdly, we should take care not to make the intellect our goal. It has, of course, powerful muscles, but no personality. It cannot lead, it can only serve. and it is not fastidious in its choice of a leader. This characteristic is reflected in the qualities of its priests, the intellectuals. The intellect has a sharp eye for methods and tools, but is blind to ends and values. So it is no wonder that this fatal blindness is handed on from old to young, and today involves a whole generation.